It started out like a matter between a club who couldn't pay a bill and a hotel where they were staying. But it turns out that now it's an international relations nightmare between Libya and South Africa. The two Marumo Gallants officials still stuck in Libya at the moment. We've been communicating with them. Their safety has been assured, but government has now entered the fray. Government is saying whether they can pay the bill or not. Those are two South Africans who have been held captive against their will. We'll get into the story and so much more. Welcome to it. It's a new year on radio, 11 after the hour 6. This is Sports That Amplified with Andile. I am Andile Ncube. Two huge things to talk about today. 6:45 is going to be key because that's when you can jump on. Number one, you can congratulate Sundowns. Somebody's already congratulated Sundowns, though. They did so last year already after the first game of the year. A popular journalist who joins us here today said, give Sundowns the league after one match. After one match had been played earlier this season, he said, give Sundowns the league. Mazola Molefe, my co-host on a Monday, he's here with me. What was the date on that tweet?
The first week of the DSTV Premiership season, first week of August.
First week of August, and Azangwa Ruchi was so.
Yo. They were ready to bury me, Andile.
Give Sundowns the league. We'll get the insight behind that tweet. And then, red cards as well as penalties. Are Chiefs benefiting? Or are Chiefs just lucky? Steve Barker's asked that question, so we're going to answer it here because he sits across from me now. We call him the principal. Victor Tlangwane comes in at 5:30. At exactly 6:30, he comes on and we take a look at the decisions that have been made, particularly this past weekend, because Steve Barker clearly feels like he was hard done for. Have Chiefs just been very fortunate, very lucky? Have they been tricky in the right areas in order to get as many penalties and as many red cards as they've been able to get against them? This is for them from other teams. We'll take a look at that as well. It's going to be a big one today. Sundowns have officially won the league. It's over. It's all done and dusted. They play Cape Town City tomorrow, and they're going to have 7 clubs give them that entrance.
The guard of honor.
That guard. That honor. All happening here today, but we'd love to hear from you. 086-000-2160. And of course, it is 060-552-73037. 7 games to go, and Sundowns have already won it. It's an indictment on our league. It is an indictment on our league. Look at we're talking about 19 points difference between 1 and 2. Reminds me of back in the day in the Italian league, when the old lady would just run halfway through the season. You'd be like, why are we still here?
Yeah, unbelievable, Andile. Their rivals have a lot of catching up to do next season. They've got their work cut out. They're going to have to recruit very meticulously. But Sundowns are still probably going to the market again to beef up, especially if they don't win the Champions League, because that is the holy grail. Although Mamelodi Sundowns head coach Pulani Mokwena says it's not an obsession, but it's the holy grail, and the rest of their rivals are playing catch up for 6 years in a row now. Let's
take an analytical look at Amazulu as well. Romain Folz, how has he done since he's been there? It was a surprise signing for Amazulu when they said, let's bring on Romain Folz. He's lost this weekend again against Amazulu, against Swallows. And I'm reading in between the lines from what is coming unofficially from Amazulu. And I wonder if this season ending, there's not going to be some sort of agreement to say, hey, how do we separate our ways? Or they're still going to give him plenty of leeway. But firstly, let's take a break. When we come back on the other side, we'll get into all of it. Mazola Molefe is here. Victor Tlangwane. Victor, what does it mean to benefit?
We don't have such a word as benefit in football. People break the law and the law takes its course.
And the law is always right? The upholders of the law, they're always right?
Sometimes they cannot be right because it's football, but the majority of the time they are right.
Last week we had referees all go and refresh.
Yes.
I want to know from you when we come back, do you feel that they were refreshed? Did they do well this weekend? Let's take a break.
We gon' get connected. WhatsApp the Metro FM studio. 060-552-7303. Call the Metro FM live studio. 0860-002-160.
The Metro FM Music Awards 2023. Black is back. The nominees for Best Male Artist are AKA
6 girls, not enough for me, no, no.
KO Kabza de Small, Java, Tanda Zogaja. To vote, dial *120 *45787 hash. USSD rates charged at R1.50 per minute. The Metro FM Music Awards 2023. Brought to you by the Mpumalanga Provincial Government, the land of the rising sun. Metro FM, it's where you're at.
Share all the sporting thrills with Betway. Visit betway.co.za. Bet your way with Betway. Bet on your favorite teams and leagues online, anytime and anywhere with Betway. Visit betway.co.za.
This is Sport Night Amplified with Andile.
Let's go to the most humble member of the team, Nadim Lukele.
Yeah, thank you for recognizing that.
This season is Sundowns won this thing 4 or 5 games ago.
Yeah, when they beat Paris 2-0 on 31st of December at Loftus. That's where they won it.
You reckon that was it?
Yeah, that was it. That was done. No one was going to catch them and no one was going to be able to compete with them because of how they assembled the strongest team in the PSL.
Let's go to Propilane out in KZN.
It's so painful to watch a league title being decided in March. I think it's something that we as South African football lovers, we really need to speak loud about, and we need to be bold about it and say other teams must catch up. Last season the gap was 7 points. This season you see the gap is 20 points. So this is a big problem.
This is Sport Night Amplified, powered by SABC Sport. Let's go.
Congratulations to Mamelodi Sundowns. They've won the league. They've clinched it for a 6th time. Overall, 13th time. Mazolo Malefe gave it to them at the beginning of the season. But I'd love to hear from you. 086-000-2160. You can also send us WhatsApp, of course, a voice note on 060-552-7303. What does this actually mean for our league? For it to be won in March, really?
Yeah.
The league is won in March. 7 games still to go. 7 guards of honor is what Sundowns are going to be getting. We'll be taking your calls at exactly 6:45 because I'd love to hear your reaction on it. But firstly, before we even go to Mazzola, let's go to the weekend as the weekend that was. You can catch us live as well if you want to see what Tavik is wearing. He's wearing a new blue suit. It looks very nice. A month-end suit.
He confirmed he went shopping.
Yeah, a month-end suit. Blue on blue. He looks great. You can get us on Twitter. We are at SABC Sports on Facebook as well. A little bit later on, we'll put the show out on Instagram as well as on YouTube. But there was a coach that was very unhappy this weekend. He's been doing so well. Stellenbosch have been doing so well. But have Chiefs been exceptionally lucky in the amount of times they've played against 10 men, in the amount of times they've received penalties? More than any other team in the DStv Premiership. He'll tell us the principle in just a bit. But firstly, let's hear from the coach himself. This is Steve Barker on the referees.
One must congratulate Chiefs. They seem to be a team that put teams under a lot of pressure. When you're getting 11, 12 penalties a season. Last 6 matches, 3 red cards in the first half to opposition. Well done to them. They must be doing something right and creating problems for opposition.
It sounds as if he's complimenting, but it also it's yeah, it's good. Let's switch Mazola's mic on there, Dave. It sounds like there's a bit of sarcasm under that as well.
No, absolutely. I mean, I was in that press conference looking at him. He was visibly annoyed when he sat down. One of the first things he said is that he's got mixed emotions. One of being proud of his team, that despite going down, a man down so early into the game, penalty, red card, they still showed a fighting spirit and almost clawed their way back. And then one of just sheer disappointment and shock with the match officiating. And then we were asking him, but coach, those are the right calls. It was a penalty. And at the same time, say Stevens comes out of the box, handled the ball. The rules of the game clearly states that is he has to walk. He has to go for an early shower. Then the coach says, yes, I'm not disputing, but you look at the Kaizer Chiefs record throughout the season. He makes a point to say, if you get 11 out of 12 penalties and your last 3 fixtures or so, you've got red cards for the opposition getting red cards, then maybe the referees are intimidated by the gold and black jersey.
Well, I mean, he's here. We don't want to be speculating. If Chiefs are putting teams under pressure to make those mistakes, then so be it. But firstly, let's hear on him again. This is Coach Steve Barker.
disappointed in the ref today. If you remember the game, I think they had maybe double-figure free kicks around the box. Dolly had 3 or 4 pots, Mashani had some pots, Chabalala had some chances to take. I'm not denying that some of those free kicks were free kicks, but I'm not sure why we didn't get any free kicks in that final third around the box when Ikram Reyners was being held on many occasions.
Yeah. The principal must explain.
No, principal, your time is coming. Half past. Right now, you must just soak in it. At half past, the principal will come and explain a lot of those decisions there. But let's hear now on Andile Ncube, of course, the coach of Sundowns, on winning the league on a weekend that they weren't even playing. They were playing Champions League football in a weekend that was so exciting, watching Al Hilal and Al Ahly. I think we've got to give credit to Percy Tau. Definitely Al Ahly's best player right now. Let's hear from Brulan.
And sometimes maybe in South Africa it's downplayed, you know, and maybe it is we are victims of our own success, where people undermine the difficulties of winning a Premier League, a league title. The league title is the hardest in any country to win because you've got to play against 15 opponents, both home and away.
6:22, the Marumo Gallants situation, of course, is what we've just we played for you at kickoff, where there are 2 officials that are stuck in Libya. South African government now coming in and saying we need to do a lot more as government, because whether they've paid the bill or not, if you've got them kept in that hotel and you're not letting them go against their will, that is that can't be. So Naledi Pando's gotten involved now. South African government has gotten involved right now. But let's take a break. When we come back on the other side, remember, the principal still needs to tell us, Kaizer Chiefs, are they putting teams under pressure so much so that, it's working in their favor? They're getting the red cards and they're getting the penalties. Or are they just simply benefiting? The principal seems to think differently. But we'll go to him in just a bit. And when we come back as well,
differently.
Romain Falls is a man that is out at Amazulu. How has he done? What are his thoughts? George Malulega going down in that game. Ambulance entering the field. We feared for the worst. We prayed for the best. We'll talk about that as well.
We stay connected.
Fabulous.
No matter where you are or where we are. Metro FM. It's where you're at. The Midday Link Up with LKG and Prover.
Friendly. That's not a real word. Okay, are you arguing with Google again?
Friendly.
Wow. It just seems like it's making it hard for yourself. What does it mean? It means in a friendly manner, with friendship. Yeah, so friendly.
You know, for me,
It's not friendly.
It feels like moving down the line. Like, Sheba, you're my person for life.
Yeah.
And then when are you just a friend? When are you friendly? Can you hear it? It feels like, a watered down.
The Midday Link Up.
It's got a bit of condescending tone to it. Like, no, we're not friends. We're just friendly.
The Midday Link Up on Metro FM. With over 3 decades in the game, it's now a different playing field. Metro. Don't touch that dial. Metro FM. Hottest hit in the streets. We gon' get 'em. Get connected. WhatsApp the Metro FM studio. 060-552-7303. Call the Metro FM live studio. 0860-002-160.
It's Sports Night Amplified with Andile. I am Andile Ncube and the mighty Metro FM. Weekdays between 6 and 7. Remember, 7 o'clock is something new here on Metro FM. We do have somebody new coming to join us, so we're excited for that as well. So make sure that you do catch it top of the hour, 7 o'clock, as we welcome the newness into the Metro FM family. Marumo Gallants have released a statement. What did they say in their statement, Mazola Molefe? Because since last week, since they've gone out to Libya and played, we've known that there's been an issue. They've left 2 of their technical team members in Libya.
This morning, the club finally broke its silence on this issue, and this is what the statement said, released around 10 o'clock this morning. Marumo Gallants FC management is in communication with relevant officials to resolve the situation in Libya involving 2 of the club's key employees. Following the CAF Confederation Cup match against Libya Al-Qada on the 19th of March 2023, the PSL team's 2 staff members, media officer Rufus Matsena and team physiotherapist Tebogo Amos Tlomo, were detained at a Libyan hotel over a financial dispute. Gallants management are in contact with the two employees who have confirmed that they are safe and are waiting for the matter to be settled. Once the issue has been resolved, the club will address questions and concerns at a media briefing. Platform and details to be announced. The club will make no further communication.
It's now become an international relations matter. DECO coming into it. This is the spokesperson of DECO, Kaizer Chiefs.
The Department of International Relations and Cooperation can confirm that the South African government has been talking to our Libyan counterparts with regards to the plight of the two South Africans who are being held at a hotel in Libya. The chairman of Marumo Gallants has written to Minister Andile Ncube requesting the government's intervention to secure the release of these two South Africans. We've asked and tasked our ambassador based in Tunisia to manage this file. He's in touch with authorities in Libya. Today being Monday, we will also in Pretoria be meeting with representatives from Libya attached to their embassy here to again get some feedback with regards to securing the release of the two South Africans. We are quite confident as government that we will bring them back home. The matter of the dispute with regards to payments between the club and the hotel is noted. However, there are other options and avenues that the hotel management can use if they are not happy with the amount being paid. But holding people hostage is a criminal offense, and the South African government will not allow for our nationals to be kidnapped or held against their will. This is the reason why we are decisively intervening in this matter to secure their release, and we're quite confident that they will soon be back home.
We've got Dr. Alzajar, who is the Libyan hotel owner out in Libya, the man that owns the hotel where the two players, and it's the three words that you heard in the statement and as well as from Kaizer Chiefs there of DECO: detained, kidnapped and hostage. Dr. Alzajar, thank you so much for joining us and welcome to Sports That Amplified with Andile. Dr. Alzajar, are you there?
Hello?
Oh, there we go. Hi, how are you, sir?
Yeah, just I can't hear you well, so you sound a little bit far.
All right, I'll try be as loud as possible so that I'm audible for you. Good evening and welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, good evening, welcome.
I just played a clip now from the South African international relations guy. I saw the statement from the team that was staying in your hotel as well, Marumo Gallants, and there's just key words that come out of that are rather scary. You know, they're saying you've detained the players, you've kidnapped the players, you're holding them hostage, rather the technical team members. What is your reaction to that?
So, first of all, I want to say that I'm not holding anybody. They are not in hostage. They are here just according to the agreement between three persons, me and the German and Mr. Rufus. So I think there is nobody will be in hostaging, and he have his internet and he has his food and he has his freedom. This just people, they are trying to change the story to be it as a criminal or this kind of things. I am Dr. Ali. I am here. I'm speaking with every journalist. I'm welcoming to everybody. I'm not a kind of a terrorist person. I'm owner of 3 hotels, so I haven't to do such things like that. They are fine here. They are using 2 big suites. They're using their internet and they're using their foods. So it's not good way to use such words like holding or hostaging or something like this, because they are not in hostage. Yeah.
But let's agree on something though. They are not free, because if they were free, they would leave Libya to come to South Africa. So can we agree that they don't have their freedom?
No, they have their freedom for sure. They are going out and coming in.
But they can't leave the country.
That putting here between 3%.
But what I'm saying is, according to that agreement that you say you have, they can't leave the country.
See, do you hear me well, right?
I can hear you 100%, sir.
Yeah, we are now speaking in logic. So we have an agreement that the guys is staying here till I get my money. So we are going to according to the agreement. We don't say something is no, why they are not going back. They're just staying according to the agreement. and the agreement is between 3%, me and the German and the Mr. Rufus. And even you can ask Mr. Rufus, he will tell you that this is the true agreement between Dr. Ali and me and him and the German. But now we're suddenly, yeah.
Sorry, sir. I was going to say, I don't dispute that. I don't dispute the fact that they owe you money. I think, the gentleman that got into the agreement with you as well, there was a lot wrong done in that, because you cannot use people to hold them as some sort of tool in order to get your money back. Surely there must have been other ways to which you could have gotten your money back. There must have been lawyers. There should have been some sort of agreements written down that the club will pay you that money. I mean, it's become an international relations matter now.
See, let me tell you something. Because the guys are trying to change the story and trying to show that Dr. Ali is doing something criminal, okay? The agreement was saying from side of German, not Ali. Ali is not saying that keep these guys too. I told them I am canceling all people tickets till you send me money. He said, sorry, Ali, can you please let the team go because they have another match. Just 1, 2, 3 days, your money will be in your account, and you can hold up these two guys till I send you the money. But he's breaking the trust between me and him, and now you come and say that you are holding me according to the money. We are in the real life. We are in 2023. The transferring is 2 minutes from any laptop. If he have a problem with the prices, he can come to me. I send him the ticket and the visa, and even I can send it to you also, his ticket and his visa. But he didn't come. I have the all agreement about the all prices. I don't think that any businessman, he can do something without an agreement.
How much money do they owe you,
I
Dr.
don't know
Alza?
why they want to, let me tell you something. I don't know why they want to play and they're saying no, they are holding people, they go to the embassies, they do, this is why. The problem is simple. It's just to pay the money which I owe them. And that's all. And the guys are going. What's the problem? You understood what I'm saying?
Mr. Ali?
Mr. Alza, sorry if you can hear us, Dr. Alza.
Yeah, so sorry to interject there. I wanted to find out, because here in South Africa, the media reports are saying Marumo Gallants owe you 37,000 USD. Is that the correct amount? And have you had any further conversation with the chairman of the club in the recent days?
Three.
Oh, Dr. Alza, we seem to be losing you there.
Tickets,
Sorry, if you can just say that again, sir.
of tickets, and consist of the kits, Adidas kits, and consist of the changes.
So you bought them a kit, and plus the amount.
Yeah.
Could you say the amount again?
37,000 USA dollars.
And when last did you have communications with the owner of the club?
Nobody can reach to that club.
So they're not saying anything
Not
to you. They're not
spoken to
talking to you. They're not answering your questions.
German is nowhere. The guys who are here, they don't know where is the German. They try to call him.
Sure.
He's not picking up. If he pick up, he say, I am working these things. I'm paying soon. But nothing has happened.
So
This
are
is
you,
the real situation, guys.
So-
If something is wrong, I will not be on the radio, and I will not be welcoming to any call which should come to me if I am in the wrong zone. I show them the agreement and everything. They go and they go back. What's the problem?
I hear you.
They try to do something else?
I mean, I hear you, but what I'm saying now is you've got South African government, the minister talking to the Libyan government here as well, because they're saying you can't hold people. Are you going to let the people go so that you and the team can sort out the monetary things that they agreed on with you, or you adamant you're going to keep them up until you get your money?
Why do you think the team will pay me while they are not here? Do you think like that? Even they are here and they don't care about the both of these guys. So what do you think about if they go? Just we are speaking in logic, guys. Come on with me. They are not. The German is not even asking about them.
What do you make of the rumors that in Libya sometimes people lose their luggage so other people can come in and facilitate and make a little bit more money?
Again, please, I couldn't hear you.
I'm saying, they lost their luggage on the way to Libya, of course, and that's why you had to buy them the kit, correct?
Yes.
So what do you make?
Stuck 2 days in Istanbul airport. They was stuck
Turkey,
in Turkey.
2 days in Istanbul airport. Without me, they will stay there for a long time. When we go out from the CAF meeting, we realize that they don't have the kit. It stay in Istanbul. I go and buy for them from Adidas and go print it, and we do it all of this in the small time.
Lastly, Mr. Ali, have you had any conversation with the Libyan authorities with regard to this matter? Because as we were saying on the show, it's become an international relations matter now from a South African perspective.
All right.
Ali,
Hello?
Did you hear me?
Yeah. Well,
I was asking if you've heard from the Libyan authorities.
Has the government in Libya said anything to you? Because the South African government is saying they're speaking to the Libyan government. Has anybody in Libya in government had anything to say to you?
Just I can't hear you guys. Your voice is so far from me.
All right, I think that's all we could do there. The line not the best there, but I think that gets the gist of the story. I can tell you that we've spoken to both the South Africans that are in Libya, and so far as to say at the moment, it is as what the doctor says. They have a comfortable bed to sleep on. They eat every day, although they're a little bit nervous to be in a foreign country and you aren't able to go home because you're detained.
In and out as they please, he says.
But you can't leave the country.
You can't leave the country.
You can't leave the country. 6:39.
Sure.
Let's take a break. When we come back on the other side, we carry on. Romain Falls. Plus, he's sitting right here. He was supposed to come in at 6:30, but we had to take that urgent call. Davik, just in case I won't believe you, man. Ocho something, a new blue suit. There we go.
But Libya. I was there as well the other time.
And?
Yeah, Libya, there's no English there. It's French and Arabic language.
Mm-hmm.
So, fortunately, Dina is a close friend of mine. I spoke to him yesterday and today. They are safe, but they really need to come back. So, what we can ask is Tate Abraham Selo. Good Friday together.
But I must be honest, I will never understand, nor will I ever agree with the trade and barter of people.
No.
It should never have been.
Never happen.
Whoever it is from a Marumo Gallants point of view that agreed to such a deal, I mean, that is atrocious.
No, that should
You can never say people must stay behind.
Exactly. And in a foreign country
you use them as bait to say, no, don't worry. Keep this.
Unbelievable.
These are people.
Yeah.
In a foreign country.
And now Mr. Ali is claiming that he's not heard from the chairman in several days. He says even the two club officials, employees that are there, can't get hold of the chairman.
I mean, he says if they don't care for their people while they're here, imagine if I let them go.
Oh,
guys, not everybody and everywhere works to the same rules we work with here, huh?
Andile Tate Silo must just pay these guys the release, but we are on about we are high. That's all we're asking from Tate Abraham.
Let's take a break.
We stay connected.
Fabulous.
No matter where you are or where we are. Metro FM. It's where you're at.
Fulham FC have put on a real men's fight to hold on to the top half of the Premier League.
There it is! 1-0 to Fulham. Manor Salmon. He's done it again.
However, West Ham United are in dire need of victory to escape from the jungle.
It's Benrahma who lashes that into the top of the net. West Ham level.
The Cottagers are looking for maximum points to add to their jubilance. But the Hammers need it the most to avoid relegation. Do not miss out on this glittering vibe. Fulham versus West Ham United on Saturday, 8 April, live at 3 p.m. on S3. Hashtag We Love It Here. Proudly brought to you by SABC Sport.
For the love of the game.
Intentionally manipulating, intimidating, and threatening someone in order to entrap them in a relationship are all emotional and psychological forms of abuse. Know the signs, report it, and get help. Get help. Metro FM, turning 16 days into 365 days.
The heart situation and all that, all those battery of tests that you conduct.
With over 3 decades in the game, it's now a different playing field. Metro. Don't touch that dial. Metro FM. hitting the streets.
The heart situation and all that, all those battery of tests that you conduct, you do it during preseason to check if everything is okay. So I would have to check on what was done before I arrived to see if there's any tricky side in the results of what they did with him early before the season started. But yes, ultimately it's a second time, as you said, in a spell of 6 months. So we need, one, to be cautious, and two, to check what exactly is happening. Football is one thing, but you saw what happened with one of the Richards Bay player recently. I believe that's above football, so let's protect the man first.
That's the coach at Amazulu, Romain Folz, speaking on George Malulega, who of course went down during their game against Swallows.
Scary scenes, Andile. Saturday night, Swallows playing against Amazulu out at Moses Mabhida Stadium. The coach also did confirm that this is the second time in a space of 6 months that George collapses. I don't remember it happening during a match, so I would presume that it's at training where George
yeah, I don't think it was during a match.
Yeah, it wasn't during a match, and then obviously this has happened. George has since come out, issued a statement alongside the club to confirm that he's fine. He did go for medical checkups. He went back home. The assumption now is that he probably will miss a few more games before the end of the season. I'm not too sure if he will come back before the end of the season.
I hope that George goes to the hospital, because I can tell you, after the collapse, he didn't make it to the hospital.
He didn't make it to the hospital, correct.
His wife went and picked him up from the stadium and took him home. So he didn't go. I'm hoping that by today, at least, the club will insist that a person who's collapsed twice gets to go and do all those tests.
Because the club in the statement says he was checked by their medics. It doesn't say George went to a hospital.
No, he didn't leave the stadium.
And was assessed by doctors at a nearby hospital. He was assessed by the Amazulu medics. And I don't believe that's enough, Andile.
I think he needs to go do tests,
Yeah, a PSL match must have a doctor. So there
is
a team doctor. Yes, there's a doctor on site.
No, for sure. But I mean, you need tests. You need bloods drawn. You need all sorts of tests. And I think that's on you. But Romain Folz is seeing hard times at the moment.
Hard times. On that same night, the fans demanded a meeting with management, and they wanted a face-to-face with the coach as well to say, enough is enough now. Either this guy explains what's going on and what's a turnaround strategy, or he walks. And the coach did respond to his interaction with the fans of late.
I am as angry and disappointed as them, if not more. So what they feel, I fully understand. Before being the coach, or before people being players, we're fan of the game, and we want the best thing for our team. We are not happy with what we produce at the moment. I completely understand their displeasure and their anger, so I totally get it. The one thing I'm going to tell them, and I'm being brutally honest, we need them even more now.
Romain Folz, they're sitting in 12th position at the moment with 28 points, which is 8 points adrift from Marumo Gallants right at the bottom. And of course, Maritzburg United in that 15th position, 24 points, which means they're 4 points off the bottom. And still a lot to play for there. Amazulu not doing great at the moment. What are you picking up from Amazulu?
What's interesting here is that the club has not said anything official with regards to the poor results, apart from a statement when they confirmed that he's signed a new 3-year contract a couple of weeks ago. But one of the hierarchies, which is Manzini Zungu, has been taking to social media every opportunity that he gets when Amazulu either draw or lose a game, which he did over the weekend as well, to say we're tired now. Enough is enough. Our fans have had enough. I'd say to our listeners and the Amazulu fans, make of that what you will, because if a management, someone who's in management in the hierarchy of the club is going on social media and making those statements, begs the question, did he agree? Was he part of the decision to give Romain Folz the extension?
Right, we took 20 minutes of our time, of course, to go to Libya and speak to Dr. Ali, the man that has been holding 2 South Africans hostage, captive, really. He seems to think they're free because they're able to eat and walk around. But you're not free, as I said to him, if you cannot leave the country. But he seems to be adamant that he's not letting them go up until he gets his 660,000 rands that is owed to him by Marumo Gallants. So it delayed our conversation with the principal, Victor Hlongwane. Victor, Let's go straight into it, man. Everybody wants to know. Steve Barker alluded to it to say Chiefs are an exceptionally smart team in the way they're able to press and force mistakes. What did you make of the weekend's red card and penalty?
Yeah, I watched the match, Andile, live at the stadium. And I compared with the other matches that Chiefs played. Tactically, Chiefs has got fast runners or speedy wingers. Dupree, Saile and Dolly. And many a time the defense are caught.
Dolly is speedy, no?
Dolly. Dolly is calculative.
Oh, so he's not speedy, he's calculative.
No, both. So he's speedy and calculative.
Okay.
So his moves are in such a way that you need
already
to...
making excuses now.
Not even excuses. I think the referee must show tactical awareness.
Yeah.
So this is tactical awareness from a top referee. Okay. If you want to be at that level, you must show. So Dolly is calculating his runs, his offside runs, and also the moves. That's why if you check 2 players or 2 goalkeepers got red cards through Dolly. You talk of
Richards
Bay
and Say Stevens.
He's a smart player.
He's a smart player. Yeah. So now, who do you blame? The referee? And then you go again to Saile on Pirates. Maile tackled him, one-on-one, Doxo situation, red card. And you go again to Munyai, who tackled Saile again, which he got a second year, it was supposed to be straight red for Munyai of TS Galaxy. So you look at all these red cards and you're like, they comply with the loss of the game. So why Steve Barker complains, I don't know. I don't understand. And it takes me back to the FIFA fair play principle. It says number 2 here, Andile, play to win until the final whistle. But remember, nobody wins all the time. You win some, you lose some. Learn to lose graciously. Do not seek excuses for defeat. Genuine reason will always be self-evident. Congratulate the winners with good grace. Do not blame the referee or anybody for your loss. Be determined to do better next time. Good losers earn more respect than bad winners.
I'm glad he's not making it up because
no,
I can
it's
see
in there. He's reading it.
He's reading it. Yeah.
So tell me about this weekend in particular.
Yeah, referees coming from the workshop, fresh. They did very well. Red card for the goalkeeper, Sage Stevens, very good. Good decision.
No trivias this time.
They pass the trivia now. They can interpret the laws correctly. You come to the penalty. There was a trip from the back, a clear penalty. Impact was there for the player to fall. Good decision by Mukwananzi.
But he doesn't speak just about the penalty and red cards. He speaks about a lot of free kicks, saying Chiefs got a lot and they didn't get any.
And he mentions the corresponding fixture in Cape Town where Chiefs got 3 penalties in that same game.
Andile, I will take you to one of my game I did in Cape Town. One player came to me and says, these free kicks are going one side. We're not getting anything. I told him, you're not getting anything because you are not helping your team win. You are not scoring goals. You are not doing your job. Do your job and score goals and help your team win. Unfortunately, that player in the second half, he scored a goal. He went to celebrate in the corner, came back to me. I'm doing my job. I'm scoring. So Steve must do his job.
Let's take a break.
Metro. The biggest commercial radio station in South Africa. We're going nowhere. We're here to stay. We're here with you. Now and forever. Amen. Metro FM. It's a miracle. It's where you're at.
ShopRite, SA's biggest retailer, now brings you SA's lowest data prices with Connect Mobile. Get 1 gig Connect Mobile data for only 39 Rand. You heard right, SA's lowest data price. 1 gig data valid for 60 days for 39 Rand. Buy and recur your Connect Mobile SIM card at any ShopRite, Checkers and USave store today. T's and C's apply. Lowest cost claim has not been verified by an independent person.
SABC One has made a few changes to the primetime schedule. On Mondays, Deal or No Deal South Africa is at 7 p.m. Ubetina Way to Season 3 is moved to 9 p.m. Lobola, a true bride's prize on the 27th of March and 3rd of April. Tune into SABC One. Zanzi, for sure.
This is Sport Night Amplified with Andile.
Nadim Lukele.
This thing of giving him smell, the same thing with like Gavin Hunt. He went to join Kaizer Chiefs after winning 4 league titles. After that, Chiefs is struggling. That's why he was released during the season.
Gavin Hunt was under a pen, so please be fair.
Under a pen of what?
Of signing players.
Kaizer Chiefs.
And then others won same season with the same players. Others want to improve the team and survive relegation.
No. You are unfairing your criticism. Coach Gavin Hunt will coach the team under a transfer ban. He tried the best that he could, and it did not work out. But it does not necessarily mean that coach others want to improve anything. You are the same person that says others one is learning on the job, and
yes, he was learning. He is learning.
I like it, bro. Finally, you must speak up. I like it.
This is Sport Night Amplified, powered by SABC Sports. Let's go. We gon' get connected. WhatsApp the Metro FM studio. 060-552-7303.
When we're taking your calls on 086-000-2160, but let me read some of your tweets here. Pete Nkompela, Mpela, I think it is, says Marumo was wrong. The agreement was wrong. Now they need to pay the Libyan doctor his money. Yes, it might be wrong that the doctor is doing, but he helped them. And what is worse, that agreement was bad in the first place. I mean, I don't know about what he's doing being okay. I don't think it's okay under any rule. I mean, even that agreement. Monchuntuane says, is that even allowed, what this guy is doing? Secondly, is that the only option or solution on the table? Some people are indeed powerful. What do you call this deal? What do you call a deal where you say 2 technical members of your team, your family?
Human trafficking.
I mean, you know what I mean?
Human trafficking.
And you heard, guys. I mean, we took it to the doctor. He's not going to have it. He wouldn't have it with us. It's 6:54. Let's take some of your calls, yeah? I've got Anonymous. Anonymous, yeah, he must have something to say to be anonymous. Welcome. Anonymous, you there? Hi, Anonymous. Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. First thing first, I want to congratulate Sundowns. And I think DSTV needs to... this thing of one team going to promotion to play playoffs and stuff, they need to relegate 2 teams, and then maybe teams will take our league seriously.
I mean, the conversation about automatic relegation is one that's been had for a very long time.
Yes,
and this is the formula of the DSTV Premiership, and I think at this point, we need to just be comfortable because it's not going to change. But I do hear you. What else?
Yeah, and then the other thing I wanted, before and stuff, I was one on the technical team for Bafana. We once went to play in Congo. I know how those 2 technical teams members from Marumo Gallants are feeling. We went to Congo while I was in a national team. We slept at a school in Congo.
What year was this?
I don't want to say it because I'm going to give my name away.
So you were part of the Bafana technical team. You went to Congo to play a match with Bafana. And you slept at a school?
At a school on top of a school desk.
Why? Where was the hotel?
I don't want to say much.
No, I hear you. I just want to know why it is that you were sleeping at a school. Because what we know is you sleep at hotels. So why did you sleep at a school?
What you guys been that we the fancy hotels or the booking house hotels and so forth. But when we get to another country, it's a different story. And we've been told you not say anything when you come back from South Africa.
Hold on, don't go away quite yet, Anonymous. Victor Hlongwane has got something to say.
Anonymous, I did lots of CAF games, international games. The match commissioner will ask the team, have you been well received at the airport? Did they give you a bus, hotel? What did you respond? Because the country must respond. The head of delegation of the country must respond to those questions so that if it's wrong, CAF, it can be reported to CAF.
We've been they taking us to, when we're at school, they tell you what to say, what to do. That's exactly what happened to us.
But did you report to the match commissioner on the day? Because CAF does not allow that.
No, they knew exactly what went down. I promise you, they knew exactly what went down.
So you slept on top of a desk? And then you woke up in the morning and went to... Well,
we went to training, and then after training, after a day, we went to play soccer.
The whole team?
How many people
were with
team. Even the players?
Whole team.
I'm
telling you.
Even the players?
I'm telling you.
Hold on, even the players?
The players would have come out with it.
Try calling Dr. Kumar and ask him.
Even the players is what I'm asking.
What I'm saying is, call Dr. Kumal, ask him if he never slept in a school while playing for Bafana Bafana.
I remember that game.
The olden generation would have told us this.
Is this including the players?
I'm telling you, I was one of those.
I hear you. What I want to know is this including players? Did they sleep in the school as well?
Oh, no. The players sleep somewhere else. We, as a technical team, the directors, the doctors, we sleep at school.
But according to CAF rules,
I'm gonna ask doctor. No. I'll doctor.
Yeah, please call Dr. Kumal. I'm listening. Call Dr. Kumal.
Cool. We're gonna very quickly call Dr. Anonymous. Thank you very much. I'm not laughing. It's
unbelievable. But
let's very quickly, Jimmy, speak to me. Call Dr. Atim. Jimmy.
Andile for Dr. Kumala, and I'm going to say that
yes, sir.
And I'm the can you please call Dr. Kumala?
Okay, drop the call. He says let's drop the call.
Jimmy,
let me get a hold of Doctor. I'll call him with my phone, in fact. Faith Mangope is coming up in the next hour between 7 and 9 o'clock. It's a new thing here on Metro FM, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm calling Doctor as I'm doing all of this. Mazola, can you please speak? Because I've got Doctor before Doctor.
No. Timmy is Timmy finding Dr. Kumalo because Tatania, this has never happened. This can't be possible.
Yes, because CAF rules do not allow. If he says that the team was in another hotel, the technical staff was in another hotel, in the pre-match meeting, that's where everything is reported. That is done a day before the match.
So hold on. I've got Doctor. Okay, very quickly, my friend. I'm terribly sorry to put you on a spotlight. But in Niodlale Kongo. I-technical team ama-team doctor nani bona bawaligidla isigela phezu kwamadesk nina nalalo hotel as ama-play.
As in our generation?
Yes, but you were there.
He said we must call you and ask
you. He said we must actually call you.
He must call me. Who must call me?
He said I must call you to verify the story.
No.
Brazzaville.
I don't recall.
In Brazzaville.
In Brazzaville, Congo. Bafana.
In Brazzaville, Congo. The only situation that we encountered, it was the hotel that we were supposed to stay in.
Was not good.
It was not good. Then we changed.
And the technical team, did they sleep with you guys or did they go sleep at a school?
No, they were there with us.
Thank you very much, Doggy.
Also, at the hotel that we actually moved to, they only told us they've got only 8 cups, 8 glasses, 8 plates.
I told you. I know. In terms of CAF rules, they are still the same.
So we called Doggy to verify, and Doggy says no.
We can't take any more of the calls because we have to take Doctor. I'm crying. I'm laughing so much.
I'm finished.
Guys, if you want the continuation of this conversation, it's going to be uploaded onto YouTube, of course. Andile Ncube, do join us there. SABC Sport does carry the entire show in Metro FM. It is there as well as a podcast, so do get involved in that. Thank you so much. We are on live, the three of us, this evening on Soccer Zone as well. So do catch us on Soccer Zone and SABC Sport as well as SABC One to carry on these very conversations. Right now, though, ladies and gentlemen, and it's a room full of gents here, so please, I want to hear it. A big round of applause as we welcome newness to the SABC family and to the Metro FM family. Faith Mangope is with us. Faith, what's the name of the show, firstly?
Well, it's very simple. It's called Metro FM Talk with Faith Mangope. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hi.
There it is, Metro FM Talk.
Welcome home.
Thank you so much. It's about time I come home, isn't it?
But here's what's nice. All of a sudden, this room is fresh. You know, there's a rose.
No, hopefully you get to make some company and some room for me between the two of you so that we can actually have a conversation of sports. You'll be surprised at what we can actually get through. Yes, I am through and through. Vele, we don't give up too easily.
Faith, what can we expect? Firstly, before we even go into what can we expect today, what is the general tone of what the show is going to be taking? What can we expect from this time every single weekday, Monday to Thursday?
So it's very interesting how we're looking at the pulse of the nation, right? I think many South Africans are feeling as though they are marginalized, disenfranchised. They're looking for some kind of conversations that will be very difficult to have. So we're going to be talking about everything from looking at our constitution to how we attain this freedom to, for example, I'm not going to get too ahead of myself. Today we're talking about contract killing. And these are just some of the conversations that move the nation. You see, I think the time for us to have shallow conversations is over. I think there's a time now where we need to start having the most difficult conversations in the country if we truly want to advance black progress and if we truly want to advance people in our nation, and not only in our nation, but also as a collective, the continent. So we're going to be having difficult conversations. We're going to have emotional conversations. We're going to have conversations that move us, conversations about father figures, about absent fathers, conversations about maintenance, conversations about love, conversations about business, especially. All the things that you thought they were difficult to have around the coffee table as a family, as the Metro FM family, we're finally going to talk about it. And I think the time is now, if we truly want our democracy to progress, we need to start having the conversations that matter and the conversations that are most difficult to have as a collective.
Well, I can't wait. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And of course, I need to say on that contract killing that as a Zulu man, I am disheartened. I am sad that that's now been attached to a beautiful nation that is known worldwide for such amazing culture and color. That, you know, that's what we've become now. That's what it's been attached to. And I think Zulu people and the Zulu nation need to, in order to change that stigma and almost weed that is happening in South Africa that is now being labeled and put under that Zulu red. Today, exactly, in particular, what do you have going on?
So, 7 o'clock, we're going to be in conversation with the DA leader, John Steenhuisen, the incumbent. Times 2, he's back again, so he's with us. Tapelo Ahmed, the city of Johannesburg.
So John Steenhuisen is going to be on the show.
John Steenhuisen is on the show today. Tapelo Ahmed, the mayor of the city of Johannesburg, is on the show. He needs to talk to us a little bit about fixing stuff on the city of Johannesburg. We're going to also speak to the ANC's deputy or second deputy secretary general, Marumo Gallants, regarding the letter that Thabo Mbeki sent. Remember that conversation? We're going to be with him. We're going to be with her a little bit later on. And then, as I said, we're going to be speaking to Nkabi after 8 o'clock. You want to stay tuned for this one because we've got people that have done time for contract killings. And then we've got somebody who is currently incarcerated, who's serving time for Kuba Nkabi in studio and in conversation with us. It's going to be, and we also have the head of special crimes and organized crimes of the SAPS joining us in the studio. You don't want to miss it.
Jeez, it's going to be a heavy one, heavy hitter. Heavy. This is the first day. This is what you do. You bring John Steenhuisen, you bring the Secretary General, the Second Secretary General of the ANC on that first show,
set the tone.
And then you say, let's talk to Nkabi. I can't wait for it. Guys, it's a new thing here on Metro FM, and I hope that you welcome her in the same way that you've done for years with everybody that's taken this platform, because for her to be here, you know that the quality control was done. You don't need to worry about that. It means she's the best doing it right now. Faith, coming up in the next couple of minutes. For myself and my entire team, that includes Mazola as well as the principal, Victor. We've got Malcolm Glovu, Thabo Nkwala, and of course, that man there, Timothy Maranda. Pela. That's all me.